Stop moving the chair, stupid. You're gonna ruin the focus. What's up, my friends? I'm Ryan. I live in Ecuador. I make videos. I share this beautiful country with you, tell you what it's like to live here, what it's like to travel here, eat here, walk here, blow your nose here, all that stuff. Today I want to talk to you about the public transit system in Ecuador, which is really just buses right now. They do have a trolley or something in Cuenca. In Quito, the metro system is coming soon. They say September it should be finished. It's gonna really help the city a lot, I think. But for now, we're stuck with buses. I am a public transit guy. I really love taking the public transit, rubbing elbows with the locals. I've done jeepneys in Indonesia, combis in Peru, a really great subway system in Taiwan. I'm gonna go looking for pieces of garbage. I think taking the public transit, you can really learn a lot about the culture you're in. But it can also come with a lot of frustrations. The buses in Ecuador definitely are frustrating at times. I'm going to show you how to take the bus in Ecuador, both the city bus and the buses that go in between towns. I'll also talk about the buses that go out of the province to other towns and provinces. I'm going to share the problems, what you need to look out for, and also tell you why I love the bus in Ecuador. I'm going to take the bus up to the north part of Quito. There's a market there that's supposed to be serving some really delicious barbecue lamb, so I'm going to hopefully try that. I don't know for sure if it's open, but I guess we're gonna find out. So let's go jump on the bus.
Y'all don't know people like this. Y'all don't know people like this. Y'all don't know people like this.
This is a little louder than I thought it'd be. Not a good spot to record a video, but this is my bus stop. I live actually right across the street here. It's nice and convenient. Go 15 minutes into Quito that way. Less than 15 minutes down in the Cumbaya Valley that way. And these buses are pretty frequent. There's one. There's another. Those ones are actually a bit more frequent than we're used to. You can see one across the road going the opposite direction. These are buses that run in between Rio Coca, which is a bus station in Quito, and they go to small towns, I think in the province, but outside of Quito. So there's city buses in Quito that just stay in Quito, and then there's buses that run in between small towns, and then there's buses that run outside of the province, inter-provincial buses that go from Pichincha to wherever, to Napo or wherever. So all those three buses are a little bit different. If you want to take a bus outside of the province to a different province, then you go to one or two bus stations. Carcelin is in the north, and Quitumbe is in the south. If you're going to head north, then you hit Carcelin. If you're going to go south, then you hit Quitumbe. Sometimes you can find buses in the north bus station going south and stuff, but usually that's the way it works. Hot tip for you. Hot tips. There's a website, it's called Hora Rio Buses. It's on the screen. And you can look up bus schedules there. It's the only website I found that allows you to look up bus schedules between towns. So check that out if you're doing some inter-provincial travel in Ecuador. All the buses going in between provinces are privately owned companies, I believe. I've had buses that had screens in the backs of the seats. I've had buses that seem like they're falling apart, so it's really kind of luck of the draw. If you are trying to get an inter-provincial bus and you're just at the side of the road and one drives by, usually you can wave those down and they'll stop. But these buses that are going between small towns in the province, you have to catch at a bus stop here. And the same as with the ones in the city, just the ones in Quito themselves. Lots of buses in Ecuador, so you can almost get anywhere in the country by bus. All right, let's stop the next bus, wave it down, and get on it, and let's head into Quito. Wave it down, it slows down, hop on it. Gracias. It's that simple. Hey, it's me. I'm back home. The bus is a little bit noisy, so most of my audio isn't great from it. So I thought I could just do it from here, from my home, kind of like play-by-play sports style. Ryan's got a seat. He's waiting for the guy to come around, collect his money. Waiting. Here he comes. He's got the money. He's paid! The cost of the ride depends on how far you're going, and it might get up to like 50 cents or something. It's not going to go too high. Buses are cheap in Ecuador. 25 cents for the ride that I'm on, and it's also 25 cents down into the valley. And if you're just staying in Quito, then it's just 25 cents no matter where you're going. I would try to have exact change or close to it. If you're coming on with a $20 bill, they might not be able to break that. Some buses actually have signs up that say they don't break 20s. Quick note about the fares. It's been 25 cents for the past like 7 years. The bus drivers are always protesting, trying to get a fare increase, but the government's saying no. At one point they actually did raise it to 35 cents, but then they went back on it and it's back down to 25 cents. So I guess my point is, if the bus driver's grumpy or whatever, give the guy a break. He hasn't had a raise in 7 years, so kind of bad. 2 people work every bus. You got the driver and then you got the guy going around collecting the money. You sit down and you wait for him to come around and get your money, and then you pay. On the city buses, you pay up front as soon as you get on. The quality of bus will vary. A lot of them are in pretty rough shape. The rides are always bumpy. The drivers go way too fast. Some buses will spew out some black smoke. If you get stuck behind one of those buses on a motorcycle, that's not fun. You're often being rushed on or rushed off. Sometimes they'll open the door and the bus is still moving, and you kind of feel like you got to jump off while the bus is still moving, but don't do that. And in fact, they'll actually say, don't jump off, wait till it comes to a stop. And a lot of times, before COVID at least, they get packed, and you can see the capacity is 42 sitting and 28 standing. So there'd be 28 people standing in these aisles here. And if you think about it, that's a lot of people. Sarah would actually take the bus to work every day. 2 buses to work, 2 buses back, 5 days a week. And she said about 50% of the time she would get a seat. This was during rush hour, so definitely packed buses, shoulder to shoulder. It's kind of crazy to think back on that. As unpleasant of an experience that is, I do hope that we can get back to that point where we're packing way too many people on a bus. Before COVID, I saw a lot more people making a living by selling things or entertaining on the bus. I think they cut down on it. I think there's a limited capacity on the buses now, and maybe the bus drivers are just not allowing people to come on. You still see it a little bit. Ice cream, fruit, candy, little knick-knack things. I actually bought a sewing kit from a guy once on a bus. I had ripped my pants and I really was desperate for a sewing kit, so I had to like buy it from him and then like do a reverse sew.
Great job!
They would come into the front of the bus, sometimes just give a spiel like, oh, I need money, I don't have this, I need this, I have kids, will you please buy some candy for me, or an ice cream, or fruit, or all kinds of stuff. Sometimes people come on the bus just to entertain you and then ask for money. I've seen singers, magicians, rappers. So this is the bus station for buses heading out of town, out of Quito, but staying in the province. So if I want to catch a bus that's going into the city, into around Quito, the bus station to do that it's also called Rio Coca, and it's just across the street this way here. So we got to go into a whole other station. So this is the entrance to the terminal de Rio Coca. You gotta pay to get into the station. Normally you pay on the bus, but at this place you pay at the station. And you just use the machines, throw a quarter in there. You make change at this place here, the plate booth over there. And a quarter. There's this. And here. Green light goes on. And we're in a pretty decent sized bus station. There's buses that go all the way down into the old town, all parts of Quito really. Let's cross this road real quick. Probably the most popular route is the Ecovia, and they run basically north-south. They're routes that run north-south, and they're all down there. But I want to show you some of the frustrations that come with riding the bus here. Okay, let's take a look at this bus here. I'll show you how stupid this whole system is. So this is obviously Station Rio Coca, San Pedro Valle, Monte Aroma. A31 is the bus. That's not it, that's RC24. That's RC18. Where's A31? I don't know why they don't match up the numbers. It's very confusing. You kind of have to watch the names of the places it's going, but even then it doesn't always match up. And it gets even more confusing when you're out and about and you don't have these signs to guide you. It's really disorganized. How hard is it to write the proper number on the bus? I don't really get it. Maybe somebody can explain in the comments below why they don't have that. We're trying to get to a place north of Bicentenario Park. So I know, according to Google Maps, how to do that. And this is the bus I want here. You can see it says here RC19, which is what it says on Google Maps. RC19 is the bus you want. Okay, I happen to know that this is the bus that I want. And if you look on it, it says A02. Bus rolls up, doesn't say RC19 on it. I'm like, oh, is this the right bus? I don't think it's the right bus. It doesn't say RC19. Don't get on it. And it turns out it is the right bus. But it says A02 on it. Why not RC19 like it says up on the sign and like it says on Google Maps? It says everywhere except for on the freaking window. It's really frustrating to me.
Just a young kid tryna act no black note. When I come around, best back down. Stuck for a minute, grew up in a second, times changed. Just know that I'm back now. I was running around with a few kids. 09 summer didn't do shit. Bottle water chillin', saw a few tits. Games with the drug, need a new fix. Always thinking about all the new days when the news came and I knew shit would all change. All we had now were the ball games. No more slapping on the back in the hallways. Back then I was on some I don't give a fuck shit. Didn't need much just to function. Free to go eat all the onions. All I really wanted was the ball party, couldn't see the fun in.
First week we were in Ecuador, we went to the British Embassy. We had some guy telling us about the dangers of living in Ecuador. Sarah's school had set it up. And the guy said that if you are gonna take the bus, you might as well give me your wallet right now. He was a huge drama queen. But the fact remains true that the bus is the #1 spot to be robbed in Ecuador. A packed bus is an ideal environment for pickpockets, so you gotta be extra careful when you're riding the bus. Backpack on the front, don't put anything in your back pocket, just kind of keep an eye on all your stuff, make sure, I'm always patting my side, making sure my phones and my wallet and everything is there. I know one guy who got robbed, he was getting off the bus, he was looking for his money to pay, they're telling him to hurry up, it's chaotic, it's packed, he gets off the bus and he realizes his phone's gone. I have a nice pair of headphones that I like to wear out, and when I'm wearing them, I make sure I don't sit close to the exit, so somebody's not sitting there waiting to get off and they grab my headphones and run off. Just take as many precautions as you can. Nobody's getting robbed by force on the bus, it's always pickpockets, so you just gotta be aware of your surroundings. Hopefully that doesn't scare too many of you off, because I really do think the bus is an awesome thing to do. Any country you're in, ride the public transit and just experience it. Observe the people, you can learn the language a lot easier, the local dialects if you pay attention to what people are saying. It's so cheap, 25 cents to get into Quito, 25 cents down into the valley. You get a wide variety of people on the bus, different ages, different walks of life. I've seen lots of students, mothers who are breastfeeding on the bus. Don't ride the bus to see boobs though. I don't know why I said that, just ignore that. And sometimes the bus feels like a party. Friday, after work, everybody's excited to get home. Bus drivers crank the music up, got that Latin feel going on. Yeah, it's fun. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, if you found some value in it, if you were entertained, or if you just like clicking things, hit that thumbs up. Also leave a comment below if you have any insight into riding the bus in Ecuador. I'd love to hear what the locals have to say. I'm sure some people hate it. They don't suggest it at all, but I, for one, enjoy it because I'm a man of the people. That's it. Like I blew through that. Blue ball through that.